The unit cost in dollars to produce tubs of ice cream is $10 and the fixed cost is $23,520. The revenue function in dollars is r of x, which is equal to negative 2x squared plus 522x. We want to find the profit function. Well, we know we're given the revenue function. We want to find the cost function. So from the cost function, we just need to look at the first sentence here. So to produce tubs of ice cream is $10 and the fixed cost is $23,520. So that means the cost function is going to be 10 times x plus the fixed cost of $23,520. Step number 2, what we want to be able to do now is we want to be able to find the profit function. And remember, the profit function is equal to the revenue minus the cost function. So the revenue is negative 2x squared plus 522x, and then minus the cost function, which we found in step 1, which is 10x plus 23,520. So now if we distribute the minus sign, we get negative 2x squared plus 522x minus 10x minus 23,520. Now if we combine like terms, we get negative 2x squared plus 512x minus 23,520. So therefore, there is our profit function. Now in step 3, we need to find the break-even point. In this case, we want to find the smallest break-even point. So in order to do that, we need to set our profit function, which is negative 2x squared plus 512x minus 23,520, and we're going to set it at equal to 0 and solve for x. Well, the first thing we can do is we can factor out a negative 2. If we factor out a negative 2, we have x squared minus 256x plus 11,760, and that's equal to 0. So if we divide both sides by negative 2, then what we have left now is x squared minus 256x plus 11,760, which is equal to 0. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to factor. So we need to come up with, okay, what two numbers can we multiply to get 11,760? When we add them together, it's going to give us negative 256. So whenever you're dealing with a larger number, the best way to deal with this is to find the prime factorization of these two numbers. Okay, so one way of dealing with this is that we know that we can divide this number by 2, and that's 500, or actually 5,880. Okay, now those two numbers, when you subtract them or add them, is not going to give you negative 256. Okay, but we do know that if you multiply 196 by 30 is going to give you 5,880. So if we take a look at 30 times 2, that gives us 60. And if you multiply that by 196, that's going to give you 11,760. When you add them together, it's going to give you negative 256. So that means that negative 60 and negative 196 are going to multiply to give you a positive 11,760. When you add them together, it's going to give you negative 256. So now we can factor. We have x minus 60 times x minus 196, which is equal to 0. So we have x minus 60 equals 0, or x minus 196 is equal to 0. If we solve for x, we get x equals 60, or we get x is equal to 196. So these are our break-even points. Okay, and it's asking for the smallest. So the smallest break-even point is 60.